For this blanket, I used Red Heart Super Saver. There are 5 ounces, 141 grams, 215 meters, 236 yards, and this is a medium 4 weight. Color is Retro Stripe. I got these at Walmart. Let's see, it's 100% acrylic. You can use whatever size yarn you want and whatever colors. Okay, it recommends a 5.5 millimeter hook and a 5 millimeter knitting needle. This is crochet, and I used a 6 millimeter throughout. And I used seven of these retro stripe balls. Okay, you also need some stitch markers, scissors to cut your yarn, and then a darning needle to sew in your ends. Hi everyone. All right, I'm going to demonstrate with this Premier Sweet Roll. This is a medium 4 weight. The colorway is Frosty Swirl. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is make a magic ring, or the chain 4 method if you prefer. I'm using a 5.5 with this. That's what's suggested, so that's what I'm using. I don't always do that. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is make 12 double crochets in our ring. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, all the way up to 12. When you have your 12 double crochets finished, you just slip stitch into that first double crochet that you made. To close your ring, pull the tail to close the hole in the middle, and then we're going to chain 1, and then we're going to make 2 front post double crochets around each double crochet. Okay, 2 front post double crochets around each double crochet. Okay, like that. And then go the next one. This is the only time you'll be making front post double crochets. Okay, next one. 2 front post double crochets. When you're finished your round, you will have 24 front post double crochets. Now, when you have your 24 front post double crochets done, you're not going to close your ring. You're going to chain 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, then you're going to skip your first stitch right here. Skip that first stitch. Go into your second stitch with 2 double crochets. Okay, so your chain counts as your first stitch. You're going to skip this first stitch here. You're going to go into the next one with 2 double crochets. Okay, go into your next stitch with 1 double crochet. Go in your next stitch with 2 double crochets. I'm gonna move my camera a bit. Okay, so now you're going to chain 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Going to skip the next stitch, go into the next one with 2 double crochets. All right, so now you're going to, oh, I got a knot. Sorry about that. Okay, we have our chain and then 2 double crochets. We skip this stitch, put the 2 double crochets in the next one. Then we're going to put 1 double crochet in the next stitch. And then 2 double crochets in the next stitch. Then you're going to chain 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're going to skip the next stitch, put 2 double crochets in the one after that. In the next stitch, you'll put 1 double crochet. In the next stitch, you'll put 2 double crochets. Then you're going to chain 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Skip the next stitch, go into the next one after that with 2 double crochets. And then put 1 double crochet in the next stitch. And then put 2 double crochets in the next stitch. Chain 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Skip the next stitch, go in the one after that with 2 double crochets. So we're repeating this around this row here. So it's 2 double crochets. Then you're going to put 1 double crochet in the next stitch. And the next one, put 2 double crochets. Chain 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Skip the next stitch right here. And then put 2 double crochets in the next one. Two double crochets. Put 1 double crochet in the next stitch. And then in this last stitch where your chain was, put 2 double crochets in that stitch. All right, let's look at what we have here. Okay, this is the end of round, well, the round where your Jacob's ladders are going to be. Okay, so we had the double crochet round, we had the front post, 2 front post double crochets in each stitch. That's the second row. And then this is the third row. All right, so we have chained We have chains of 10. We skip a stitch, and then we put 2 double crochet in the next stitch, 1 double crochet in the next stitch, 2 double crochet in the next stitch, make your chain 10, skip a stitch, 2 double crochet in the next stitch, 1 double crochet in the next, 2 double crochet in the next, and then you're going to chain 10 again, and which will be starting our next row. Okay, so I'm going to put a stitch marker in this chain here. Because that was the beginning, or the first stitch in the first row of Jacob's ladders. Okay, so now we're going to chain 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we're going to just go right over top of this chain. In that. Okay, so this is the first stitch of this row. So we count that as a stitch. And then in this double crochet, first double crochet after this chain, we're going to put 1 double crochet in there. And then in the next stitch, we're going to put 2 double crochets. Okay, so in the next 2 stitches, we're going to put 1 double crochet in each one. And then in the next one after that, we'll put 2 double crochets. Okay, so 1 double crochet in the next, 1 double crochet in the next, 2 double crochets in the next. Okay, so that chain counts as your first stitch. The next one is 1 double crochet. That's your next stitch. Next stitch, 2 double crochets. So 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets. So if you want to have in your mind that your chain counts as a double crochet, or yeah, it's just like making a hat. Okay, so this row is 2 stitches, 1 here, 1 here, and then the next is 2 double crochets in 1 spot. In the next row, you'll count your chain, and I'll show you this. You'll count your chain as your first stitch, then your second stitch will be 1 double crochet, and then your third stitch will be 1 double crochet, and then your fourth stitch is going to be, you're going to put 2 double crochets in that stitch. Okay, and then it'll just go up by that count as you go along. But I'm going to try to take you as far as I can here. Let's see. Okay, so we've put the 2 double crochets in that last stitch, and then we're going to do our chain 10. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Go right past your chain into that first stitch over here, that first double crochet right here. So this is your first stitch, and then you're going to make it 1 double crochet in that next stitch. Okay, so we did that there. Next stitch, we're going to put 2 double crochets. 1 double crochet in the next stitch, 1 double crochet in the next stitch, and then 2 double crochets in that last stitch before your chain. Okay, we need those double crochet, 2 double crochets in that same stitch to make our blanket grow and to allow it to be flat once we put all our Jacob's ladders together. All right, so now we're going to chain 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right on the other side of our chain, we're going to put 1 double crochet. Okay, we're going to do what we did here. Count this as a stitch. That 1 double crochet is a stitch, and then we do 2 double crochets in the next stitch. So we've done our 1 stitch, 2 stitch, and then like the second stitch was 1 double crochet, and the next one is 2 double crochets. Next stitch, put 1 double crochet. In the next stitch, put 1 double crochet. And then in the next stitch, we put 2 double crochets. Okay, and then we chain, excuse me, chain 10. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Go past your chain. Put a double crochet in that first stitch. Okay, and then put 2 double crochets in your next stitch. One double crochet in your next. 1 double crochet in the next stitch. And then 2 double crochets in the next. And then you'll make your chain of 10. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Go on the other side of your chain. Put a double crochet in that first stitch. And then 2 double crochets in the next stitch. In the next stitch, put 1 double crochet. And the next one, put 1 double crochet. And in the last one before that next chain, put 2 double crochets. And then chain 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Jump over your chain from the previous row, go into that first stitch with 1 double crochet. Go in the next stitch with 2 double crochets. Go into the next stitch with 1 double crochet. Go in the next stitch with 1 double crochet. Go in the next stitch with 2 double crochets. Okay, so now we've completed our second row of the Jacob's Ladder rows, because you have 2 chains, like 1 and 2, 1 and 2. Okay, so now we're up to that chain from the previous row, so we're going to make a chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we're going to make 1 double crochet in the stitch after that chain from the previous row. Okay, see, so from the previous row we put 1 double crochet and then 2 double crochet in the next stitch. So we're just going to put 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet, and then 2 double crochets. And you're going to be building up like that on each and every row. Okay, so see your previous row again. You have the chain, and then you have 1 double crochet, then you have 2 double crochets in that stitch. So in the next row, you have your chain, and you have 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet, and 2 double crochet. So the next round, you'll have your chain, and you'll have 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet, in the next stitch, 2 double crochets. And it's going to keep building up like that. Okay, so count, the chain counts as 1 stitch. This double crochet is 1 stitch. This double crochet is 1 stitch. And these 2 double crochets are 2 stitches in one stitch. All right. So here you want to make 1, 2, 3. You want to make 1, 2, 3 double crochets, 1 in each of those 3, and then 2 double crochets right where your chain is starting. But you put it in that stitch. Okay, so 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet, and then 2 double crochets. Okay, and then chain 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Go on the other side of your chain, this chain here, from the previous row, and put a double crochet in the first stitch. And 1 double crochet in the next stitch. And then 2 double crochet in the next stitch. Okay, so if you look below, you have 1 double crochet and then 2 double crochets in the same stitch. So you know up here you want to have 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet, and then 2 double crochets in your next stitch. I hope I'm explaining this well. Okay, then you, after your 2 double crochets, after that 2 double crochets, you go into your next stitches here. So you're going to make 1, 2, 3 double crochets, 1 in each of those 3 stitches, and then 2 double crochets in the last stitch before your chain. Okay, that was 3, and then put 2 in that last stitch. All right, so we're on the 3rd row of the Jacob's Ladder stitches. Okay, I'll do one more of this row, and then I'll meet you at the next row. Okay, so we're at our chain, so we're going to make a chain of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Skip over your chain. Put a single, one double crochet in that next stitch. One double crochet in the next stitch, and then 2 double crochets in the next stitch. Okay, as you can see, you have 1 double crochet here. Next stitch, 2 double crochets. So up here you want 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet, and then 2 double crochets in the next stitch. Okay, so now we're going to make 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet, and then 2 double crochets. Okay, so that's kind of what I was saying. Count the chain as a stitch. 1, 2, 3 stitches, and then 2 double crochets in the next. 1, 2, 3 stitches, 2 double crochets in the next. Then we're at a chain, so we'll chain 10. Okay, so I'll meet you at the next row. All right, so now we've completed the 3rd row of the Jacob's ladders because we have 3 chains. Okay. And yes, it's supposed to look all wonky like that. All right, so we're going to go on to the 4th row. Okay, so I put my 2 double crochets in that last stitch. We're at the chain, so we're going to chain 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then we're going to skip over the chain from the previous row and put 1 double crochet into that first stitch. Now you can look down below in the next row to see how many you should make. You have 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet, and then 2 double crochets. So we want to have 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet, and then 2 double crochets. Okay, so technically this counts as a stitch, like I said. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 2 double crochets in the next. So you know you need to have 4 double crochets in each of the next 4 stitches, and then 2 double crochets in that last stitch before your chain. Okay, and like I said, it's going to build up every row like that. Okay, so that's 4. In that last stitch, put 2 double crochets. All right, you're at your chain, so you're going to make a chain. You can move your stitch marker up to this one if you want, so you know where your rows end and start again. All right, so chain 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Go on the other side of your chain. Put a double crochet. Double crochet in the next one. Double crochet in the next stitch. and 2 double crochets in the next stitch. Okay, 1 double crochet in the next, 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 and then 2 double crochets in the next. And then we have our chain there, so that means we need to make a chain. Chain of 10, always 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Skip over our chain, a double crochet in that first stitch. So because we have 2 double crochets here, and then like 1 in each spot, and then 2 in the same spot after that, remember we need to make 3 double crochets. So that was 1 in the next stitch, and 1 double crochet in the next stitch. There's a double crochet, and the next stitch 2 double crochets. And we're counting this as a stitch, this chain, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So we need to put 4 double crochets in the next, 1 in the next, each of the next 4. Oh, gee. Sometimes it's a little hard to explain. Okay, so that was 1 double crochet in each of the next 4. And then 2 double crochets in the next stitch. And then we're at our chain, so we're going to make a chain again. Chain of 10. Okay, so just go on with that. So now we are on row. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 of our Jacob's ladder chains. So that means we're on row 4. Plus, if you want to count it this way, after those 2 double crochets there, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 4th row. Yeah. All right. So I'll let you go on. Work till row 6, and then I'll show you something in row 7 that you may or may not want to do. It's up to you. All right, see you when we get to the start of row 7. Now we've completed row 6. I'll show you another way how you can figure that out. Ignore your circle and count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Row 6. Okay, so now we're going to start row 7, and this is where I make the change, but you don't have to. You can just continue doing this over and over and over. But I decided I want to add another Jacob's ladder right in here. All right, so let's do this. So row 7, that's what we're doing right now. So I've already made my first stitch of row 7, which is this chain of 10. Okay. So we're gonna yarn over, we're gonna put a double crochet in that first stitch. Now if you're working on a table like this, it's a little bit awkward to get that first stitch in there. Okay, so that's my first stitch, that chain. Okay, so now I'm going to make another double crochet in the next one. So now counting that chain, I have 1, 2, 3 stitches. Double crochet in the next, it's 4 stitches. Double crochet in the next is 5 stitches. Double crochet in the next is 6 stitches. Double crochet in the next, So that's a 7th stitch for the 7th row. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So after that, you put the 2 double crochets in the next stitch. Okay, there's one, and there's another one. And then you chain 10. Get some yarn out there. Chain 10. Oop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay? Then you skip a stitch, like we did in the beginning. Skip a stitch, and then go in your next stitch with a double crochet. Okay, so the chain counts as your first stitch. That double crochet counts as your second stitch. Put a double crochet in the next. So now we have 3 stitches. Double crochet in the next, which is 4 stitches. Double crochet in the next, which is 5 stitches. Double crochet in the next, which is 6 stitches. Double crochet in the next, which is 7 stitches for row 7. In that very last stitch, put our 2 double crochets. Okay, so what we have here is, here's our Jacob's ladder over here, and now we're going to have a Jacob's ladder starting here and going all the way up to the edge. Just like these will go all the way up to the edge. Okay, I'll show you again. So we're up to our chain here. We put our 2 double crochets in that last stitch. We're going to chain 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Go right across that chain to your next double crochet. Put a double crochet in there. So now we have 2 stitches. The chain is 1. Next double crochet is the second one. Put a double crochet in the next stitch. So that's 3 stitches. Double crochet in the next. It's 4. Double crochet in the next. It's 5. Double crochet in the next is 6. Double crochet in the next is 7. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In the next double crochet, we put 2 double crochet. 2 double crochets. Directly after those 2 double crochets, we make a chain 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Skip a stitch, go in the next one with a double crochet. Okay, our chain is 1 stitch. That double crochet is the second stitch. So that's 2 stitches. Double crochet in the next is 3. Double crochet in the next is 4. Double crochet in the next is 5. Oops. My camera just turned here. All right. Double crochet in the next is 6. And then double crochet in the next is 7. Okay, in that last double crochet, we put 2 double crochets. And then you make your chain and do the same thing. So now every time you do your 2 double crochets in 1 stitch, you're going to make a chain. You do 2 double crochets here in 1 stitch, you make your chain. And you're going to continue that all the way around. All right, so I will do a row or two and I'll be right back. Okay, I just completed row 7. We know the next row is starting with this chain because I moved our stitch marker up into it. Okay, I've put the 2 double crochets in that excuse me, last stitch, and then we're going to chain 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we're going to skip across our chain here. And we've started row 8 with that chain. Okay, that's our first stitch. So then we're going to, just like before, we're going to put a double crochet in that first double crochet. Okay, so that's 2 stitches, 3 stitches, 4 stitches, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're on round 8, so we have 8 stitches counting, starting with the chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that last one, you put 2 double crochets into it. So now every time you come across the 2 double crochets, put 2 double crochets, of course, and then you know right after that you're going to make a chain. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Go across that chain, put a double crochet in that first stitch, or that first double crochet. So now we have 2 stitches. We need 6 more. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, the next stitch, last stitch there before that next chain, put 2 double crochets. Okay, and continue on with that, and then with the 9th row you would put 9 stitches, 10th row 10 stitches. Okay, so this is how it's going to look. It's going to, look a little wonky. I also wanted to mention, if you want to change your colors, if you're using solid skeins, if you want to change your colors, I think you would do like 2 rows of one color and then 2 rows of the next color, because this color is going to get pulled up to the next color. So you could use 2 different colors, or you could use a 3rd color, or a 4th, 5th, whatever you want. All right, make it yours. Okay, this is the point I'm at. I have used 6 skeins. This is the end of the 6th skein, and then I'm saving the rest for the border. I have a couple more. Not sure if I'll be using both of them, but so this is it so far, and I made 41 rows from here, from the edge to the very center is 41 rows. Right across measures 49.5 inches, right from here all the way to the other side. I have this laying on a double bed right now, so this is how big it is. I got a dresser behind me, so it's hard to get the whole thing in. I can't back up far enough. So 49.5 inches all the way across, which is 126 centimeters. Okay, this is before the border. So here I have the Jacob's ladders, and there was a big space right here, and I figured out how to close it in more, and I'll show you what I did for the Jacob's ladders, how I hooked them together. on this one here. I just left this one to demonstrate to you guys. And so let's put the Jacob's ladder together. Okay, this is the center of the blanket. So we're going to start putting the Jacob's ladders together here. All right, so what I did was I took the first loop down here and I twisted it. Okay, so twist it like that. I'll do that again. Oops. Twist it to the left. If you're left-handed, you could twist it to the right. Okay, then I take the next loop and I push it through that loop. And then take that one I just pushed through and turn it to the left. Put the next loop through. Turn it to the left. Put the next loop through. Turn it to the left. So it's got that twist in there. Put the next loop through and just keep doing that all the way to the edge. Okay, twist it. Put the next loop through. I put my finger through and I twist it to the left. Put the next loop through. Twist it. Next loop. Twist it. Okay, I'll see you at the edge. Now I'm at the edge and I have one more loop to put through. So I twisted this one right here. And then I'm going to put that last one through, and I'm going to twist it. Okay, now I'm going to put a stitch marker in there just to hold it in place. Okay, you can give this a little bit of a tug to make sure they're all, nice and neat. All right, go on to the next step. Okay, so I have my 2 double crochets in that last stitch. This stitch marker marks this is the start of my next row. Here's my Jacob's ladder. Take that stitch marker out. And I'm just going to double check that last loop I put in there. Okay, make sure it's twisted. Okay, now we're going to hook them up to the edge. So we're going to yarn over. I'm going to go into the middle of that last loop, right in the middle. I'm going to grab the loop from behind. I'm going to put our hook through the stitches, not through the center of the loop, but through the stitches. And I'm going to yarn over. You're going to pull through that back loop, the front loop, and then you're going to yarn over and you're going to pull through all 3 loops. So you're making a half double crochet. Okay, I'll show you on the next one too. Okay, so now we could go back to our double crochets in every stitch. I'm going to move the stitch marker into that last double crochet I just did because it's the beginning of our next row. It might be, might be important. Okay. All right, so just make a double crochet in each stitch. And remember, when you get to the stitch before your Jacob's ladder, your last one before the Jacob's ladder, put 2 double crochets into that one. Okay, I'll see you there. Okay, we're up to our next Jacob's ladder. So we have that last stitch right there. We'll put 2 double crochets into it. Okay, and you have your Jacob's ladder here. gonna make sure it's got that twist in it. I can't tell sometimes. Okay, so we got our twist in there. All right, so now we're gonna yarn over. I'm gonna go into the center of that loop. I'm gonna grab the one from behind, put your hook through the stitches, not through the loop, but through the top stitches there. Yarn over, go through that back one and go through the front, in the middle of the front. And then yarn over and pull through all three. Okay, so that's a half double crochet through those. Go into your next stitch, make double crochets all the way, and then the 2 double crochets at the end of the row before you, or the end of the section before you get to your Jacob's ladder. Now the reason I'm doing half doubles, oh, I don't like that, because this little, can you see that? I'll fix that. Now, the reason I'm doing half doubles here instead of doubles is because this chain, this ladder, goes up into this row, right? So yeah, continue doing that. Do all your double crochets, and then when you get to that last double crochet before your Jacob's ladder, make sure you put 2 in there, and then our half double crochet in the Jacob's ladder, and then I'll show you what's next. Now I've done 1 round of the border, and this is where our next row starts, where we had that stitch marker. Here's our last Jacob's ladder, actually the first Jacob's ladder, because this is technically where our row started. Remember I said the chain was the first stitch in the round or the row, and that was the Jacob's ladder. So anyway, I'm at the end of this first row of the border, and I have that 1 stitch left, so we always put 2 double crochets in that one. All right, so then I'm going to put a double crochet on the top of that half double we did for the Jacob's ladder. And then double crochet in the next stitch. Now I'm going to move this stitch marker up to the stitch we did in the top of the Jacob's ladder there. So now that's the first stitch of this row. So this new row, so we have 2 stitches in our new row. So I'm just going to go around maybe 2 more times just with double crochet. And remember, if you're making another row or 2, remember when you get to the stitch where there's 2 double crochets in there. Where are we? Right there. So make 1 in the first one and 2 in the second one, just like before. Okay, and you'll always know when you get to that one because your Jacob's ladder is next. All right, so I think I'm just going to do 2 more rows of double crochets for the border. I'm not going to do anything fancy for the border because I don't really want to take away from the body of the blanket. I want the Jacob's ladder and the blanket to be the showstopper kind of thing. All right, so yep, I'll be with you again soon. Now I have 2 double crochet rows here. This is double crochet as well, except for this one was a half double crochet, just to hook the Jacob's ladder there. All right, so when you come to the end of your border, you want to make sure you put the 2 double crochets in that stitch there. And I put a double crochet in that one. Now I'm just gonna close it off, and I'm going to skip this next stitch, and I'm going to go into this one just with a slip stitch like that, and then it just kind of evens off your row. Chain 1, cut my yarn, and then sew it in after. And if you like, you can do a single crochet row around. Like you can do a single crochet around here. You can do, I don't know, I think a crab stitch would look cool, which is a reverse single crochet. But I'm just going to leave mine just like this. And that's it. We're done. We're done. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please share it to all of your social media. Please subscribe, hit like, leave a comment if you would like to. And I appreciate you so much. Have a wonderful day.